Berlin Raceway highlights are brought to you by ProTech Heating and Cooling. August 13th featured the model cover on limited late models and the Tekton 250, the battle at Berlin.
In our limited late model feature, Tim Green and Scott Root started on the front row. Quick yellow on lap number 2, Adam Kasari collected by Eric Merchant. Scott Root became the new leader just before this yellow flag. 3 laps later, Benny Van Wynen would have a spin. We would have Billy Epping after the restart take the lead on lap number 12. Lap 25 saw a competition caution. Benny Van Wynen and Eric Vaughn spinning 4 laps later from that restart on lap 29 with 5 laps to go. Josh Fry became the new leader. It ended with Josh Fry winning the race, Billy Epping, Tim Green, Nick DeLongpre, and Scott Root rounding out the top 5. Denny Anderson, Mike Root, Tom Boersma, Alan Davis, and Eric Vaughn rounding out the top 10.
Then it was time for the main event. 250 laps for $40,000 in the Tekton 250 battle at Berlin. Carson Hocevar drew the right pill and was starting on P1. He would lead for the first 20 laps before Chase Berta spun on the backstretch. When the green flag dropped, Hocevar would jump back in the lead, but just a few laps later, Nick Neary cuts a tire coming out of turn number 4. We had a nice green flag run after the race resumed. Hocevar out in front, but then Sean Gibson spun between turns 3 and 4, almost collecting a couple of cars on lap 51. Hocevar had another great jump to the race. However, Ty Majeski, the former Truck Series champion, caught up to the 71 car, and after 70 laps led by Carson Hocevar, Ty Majeski would take the lead. However, the lead would be short-lived as lap 83, Jimmy Tucker spun on the front stretch, bringing out another caution flag.
3 more green flag laps until lap 86, till Sean Gibson would spin around, bringing out another yellow at lap 86. And it was just 5 laps later, lap number 91, Tyler Reisinger, the limited late model former champion, spins around, bringing out another yellow. We make another dash for another 30 laps until Austin Hall, battling his way through, was finally able to get past Ty Majeski at lap number 120. Then, just 20 laps later, Majeski was able to get back by Hall at lap number 140 after a competition yellow. Then Tucker would spin out at lap 145, bringing out one more yellow flag. Then upon the restart, we make it one more lap till Dylan Stovall spins and another yellow flag comes out again. Then it was 4 laps later, the caution flag appears one more time. This time, Justin Thomas with a hard shot into the turn 1 wall. He was okay, but car was heavily damaged and Justin Thomas would be out for the evening. We go another few more laps and Chase Berta would spin at lap number 101. The caution flag once again flies. Another green flag run. We get Blake Rowe grabbing the lead at lap number 112 for his first time up front, till Michael Atwell was able to get around just a few laps later at lap number 116.
On lap number 171, hard contact with the 14-year-old Tyler Lupton. He got loose on the backstretch, hit the turn 3 tires. The car destroyed, but the young driver was okay. On the restart, after a few cars went down pit road, it was Maine's own Joey Dwyron taking the lead on the restart on some old tires. Blake Rowe would get around him, though, on lap 178. Chase Berta then would be going off the backstretch on lap 185 to bring out another caution flag. After another little stretch of green flag racing, Scott Thomas would be spinning on lap 197. Ty Majeski took the lead on the restart, but not long after that, be Blake Rowe going around him in his 57 car on lap 209. However, Austin Hall would track down the 57 car, and the two would have a nice door-to-door, side-by-side battle for several laps before Austin Hall, the Tekton Super Late Model Weekly Series points leader, would get around Rowe with 8 laps to go. After Hall took the lead, he cruised the rest of the way, and for the first time in his young super late model career, he won the Tekton 250 Battle at Berlin, winning a nice red Tekton Tools toolbox and $40,000.
Blake Rowe would have to settle for second. Joey Dwyron comes home with a 3rd place finish. Ty Majeski 4th, and Michael Atwell at top 5. Bubba Pollard finishes 6th, Terry Seneker 7th, Kyle Crump 8th, Austin Terrace 9th, and Scott Thomas would round out the top 10.
Coming up this Saturday night here at Berlin Raceway, we'll have the Baker Auto Group Sportsman Series back in action. The Auto Value 4 Cylinders, the Vintage Racing Organization of America, the MCR Dwarf Cars, and the Good Humor Mini Wedges all in action. We'll drop the green flag around 6:30. For tickets and more, go to berlinraceway.com. Video highlights brought to you by Cinerific.